Talking about games and their interests, the game with the most fan following and popularity is football. With fans all around the globe, the world has a huge crush on the player Ronaldo, who has a separate fan following. Talking about the teams like we previously did, Portugal is now heralded as one of the best teams in the world. The road to joining the world's elite spanned decades. Let's get into the video to see the amazing facts about this team and their journey to the World Cup 2022. Portugal's first participation in a major tournament final was the 1966 World Cup, which saw a team featuring Ballon d'Or winner Eusebio finish in third place. Portugal also made it to the semifinals of UEFA Euro 1984, losing to hosts and eventual winner France under the team's first golden generation in the 1990s. Led by legendary striker Eusebio, Portugal posted a perfect 3-0 record, including a 3-1 victory over two-time champions Brazil in the group stage. In the quarterfinals, he beat North Korea 5-3, but in the semifinals lost 2-1 to the hosts England, and in third place playoff, they beat the Soviet Union 2-1 and filled that hole off. That memorable appearance was the country's last in a major tournament until another third-place finish at the 1984 European Championship. Achievements can be traced back to the country's victorious youth team, which won the 1989 and 1991 FIFA U20 World Cups. Portugal began consistently being present in all the final stages of reaching the semifinals of Euro 2000 and Euro 2012. The national team played very few games against their other teams. A 10-0 home-friendly loss against England 2 years after the war still stands as their biggest ever defeat. Portugal versus Ireland, September 1st, 2021. Ronaldo became the all-time leading scorer in men's international football against the Irish last time, even though Portugal drew 0-0 with the Republic of Ireland on Thursday. They moved closer to automatically qualifying for the World Cup. They still need another point in their last game at home against Serbia, who is also Group A, to secure their spot in Qatar. Thanks to two last-gasp Cristiano Ronaldo goals, and seemed happy to take point against the fourth-placed Irish, knowing a superior goal difference to Serbia put them in the driving seat. They will have to do it without Pepe. However, after the experienced central defender was sent off late for a second bookable offense. Have you guys heard this? Real Madrid attacker has been instrumental in leading his nation to a runner-up finish at Euro 2004, third place at the 2006 FIFA World Cup, and its most recent triumph, the 2016 European Championship. Portugal versus Luxembourg, October 12th, 2021. Cristiano Ronaldo's hat-trick saw Portugal beat Luxembourg 5-0 in Group A World Cup qualifiers. The win put Portugal ahead of leaders Serbia, who had beaten Azerbaijan 3-1 at home to take them to 17 points and narrow the goal difference with 2 rounds to go. Treble, meaning Ronaldo became the first man to score 10 international hat-tricks, has 115 international goals from 182 caps, as he continues to extend his lead as the all-time leading international goal scorer. Count, which set the high standards for other players. Are you stunned like me to see the success of Ronaldo and the team in qualifying the rounds? Well, it's pretty much clear how they made it to the World Cup 2022. Portugal versus Serbia, November 15th, 2021. Cristiano Ronaldo's 2022 World Cup hopes suffered a major setback as Serbia automatically secured tournament qualifications after a 2-1 comeback to Portugal in Sunday's Group A qualifier. He came from behind to beat Portugal 2-1 in a Group A qualifiers and qualified for the tournament. A 90th minute header by halftime substitute Alexander Mitrovic lifted Serbia into the group's top spot on 20 points, 3 more than second-place Portugal, which only needed a draw to finish on top on goal difference and qualify. Instead, Ronaldo and company will head into the March playoffs. While going through the details, an important fact needs to be here, and that is that Portugal has qualified for each of the last 6 European Championships and 5 of the 6 FIFA World Cups. Speaking of the win, Portugal will be looking to become only the 4th country to hold both the World Cup and European Championship titles. Portugal versus Turkey, March 22nd, 2022. Before going into the details, this is Portugal's 7th appearance at the World Cup, and although they're reigning European champions, their odds are only 22-1 to win. Portugal beat tenacious Turkey in the UEFA World Cup playoff semifinals to advance to the top tournament in Qatar at the end of the year. With both sides facing a win-or-go-home scenario, Portugal took an early lead through 27-year-old Porto forward Otavio. However, Turkey did not do well in the 2-goal deficit and cut the hosts' lead in half in the 65th minute when Burak Yilmaz finished off with a deft give-and-go with Cengiz under to put his team back in the game. You must remember how Portugal played with Spain. Ronaldo hasn't scored in the first early minutes of a game, but is hoping to score well in the next game. With a spot at the 2022 World Cup on the line, Portugal will face North Macedonia, who shocked Italy with a 1-0 win in one of the day's earlier semifinals. Final qualifying match for Portugal. The match was Portugal versus North Macedonia, held on March 29th, 2022. The final qualifying match of both countries, Bruno Fernandes grabbed a brace as Portugal secured a 2-0 victory over North Macedonia to qualify for the 2022 World Cup Finals. The Manchester United midfielder scored a goal in each half as Portugal booked their place in Qatar later this year. The result sees Portugal qualifying for the World Cup for a 6th consecutive time. It is likely to be Cristiano Ronaldo's last for his country, although he dismissed reports of retirement before the playoffs. You guys must have seen the Instagram story of Ronaldo saying, "Goal accomplished." Ronaldo said on Instagram after the match, "We made it to the World Cup in Qatar. We are where we deserve to be." Macedonia was unable to replicate their shock win over European champions Italy, but gave a good account of themselves throughout the 90 minutes. Well, this was one of the best matches and Portugal played well. They have had better performances, but this is one of the highlights because it guarantees access to the World Cup. Portugal, which won the 2016 European Championship in France, qualified for a 6th straight World Cup finals and has not missed a major international competition in the last 20 years. Group H of the World Cup in Portugal. Group H of the 2022 FIFA World Cup will take place from November 24th to December 2nd, 2022. The group consists of Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. The top 2 teams will advance to the round 16. Qatar 2022 will see Cristiano Ronaldo compete in what could be his World Cup finale, and he has a real chance of making it to the latter stages, as Portugal arguably looks like the strongest side of Group H following the draw conducted in Doha in April 1st. Ronaldo and his teammates will be joined by Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea in the group stage. For fans and also looking at the country's efforts, it was expected that they'll get into the amazing World Cup. Who will be on the team for World Cup 2022? This will probably be Cristiano Ronaldo's last World Cup appearance. All eyes will be on his 37-year-old talesman, who will be a key player for Qatar. A first world team is eager to add their championship to their already bursting trophy cabinet. Manchester has United teammate Bruno Fernandes is also key to the Euro 2016 winner. Portugal's 2022 World Cup squad is set to be decided in October, and coach Fernando Santos has hinted at who will be in the squad for September's Nations League match. Later this month, Portugal will play the Czech Republic and Spain as they keep getting ready for their big event in Qatar. Cristiano Ronaldo became the all-time leading international goal scorer in September and has continued to add to his scoring streak ever since. The 36-year-old may not be as mobile as he used to be, but he is still one of the world's top scorers. He is one of the most important attacking players. Portugal has no shortage of talent up front. Silva wants to join Qatar to make an impression on the world. Injuries and suspensions aside, Fernando Santos' Portugal 2022 final squad has several players who are expected to be dead. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, gets on a plane to Qatar. This will almost certainly be his last chance to win a World Cup, and he will be nearly 38 when the action starts, but few will resist him being the tournament's top scorer plug. Old Trafford teammate Bruno Fernandes is another player whose place in the squad is almost guaranteed. The same goes for the Manchester City trio of João Cancelo, Ruben Dias, and Bernardo Silva, Pepe, Jose Fonte, Rui Patricio, and João Moutinho, who are all nearing the end of their careers but remain regulars for the national team. This was the roller coaster yet cheerful journey of Portugal to the World Cup 2022. Do let us know what you expect from the team in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.